Good morning, everybody. I'm John Ponick with the Mohave Valley Daily News, and this is your Daily Dose for Thursday, December 17th. Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mohave, Arizona. Tri-State Radiology Center offers an open MRI, digital x-rays, professional-friendly staff with years of medical experience, and commitment to quality for all patients. Tri-State Radiology Center offers some of the lowest self-pay options in the area, and they accept most insurances. At Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right, Thursday, we have 8 days until Christmas, so probably this weekend get out there and get some Christmas shopping started. Top story, Skeen-Barret named Fire Marshal. This is Barbie Skeen-Barret. Barbie has been in our community for quite some time. She joined the Bullhead City Fire Department in 2004. She's had a variety of positions with the fire department. She took over for Jim Dykins, who was the previous fire marshal. He resigned, I think retired as of January 1st of this past year, so almost a year. She's been working as the interim fire marshal, and she is in there permanently now. She is Bullhead City's first female fire marshal, so congratulations to her, and we look forward to working with her here in the community. She was one of 3 candidates, the only local candidate that applied, and so I spoke with the fire chief yesterday, and I'm hoping to do an in-depth interview with her after the new year, so we'll have that on our Valley Voices. Driver in fatal crash faces DUI charges. I think most of us have heard about this now. This was a crash last week, a box truck that hit across the center line and hit 7 bicyclists and a truck between Boulder City and Searchlight on Highway 95. He ended up killing 5 and injuring 2 more. Those 2 more are still in the hospital up in Las Vegas. It turns out that he had 9 times the legal amount of meth in his system, methamphetamines. I didn't know there was a legal amount, but okay. So he's facing 12 felony charges. He's from Kingman. His name is Jordan Barson, and he's got a rough road ahead of him. At the scene, he said that he had fallen asleep. Blood test came back, and he had an extraordinary amount of methamphetamine in his system. So sad story there. Bullhead City Elementary School District spring semester will go on as planned. They had a school board meeting on Tuesday and discussed their plans, and the plan is to go back to the same in-person instruction that they had prior to their shutdown. So they did another survey back a couple of months ago. They did a survey, and only 27% of parents wanted their kids to do remote learning. Now it's up to 37%. We have cases climbing. There's some concern about what's going to happen over the Christmas break with children being around extended family and traveling and those kinds of things. So Superintendent Stewart said that she will keep an eye on those numbers, and hopefully they won't have to shut her down again, but we'll see. They made some changes to their budget too. They didn't get the amount of money in that they thought from the enrollment stabilization grant. They were short about $200,000, so they had to make some changes to their budget as well. So that's that. Today is the day that our Student Athlete of the Week comes out. And here he is. This is the Findlay Student Athlete of the Week. That's Joseph Yoni. Joseph is a quarterback for the 12 and under Firebirds team. They went down to Florida this past week and played 3 games down there against national competition. They were playing against a team from Detroit. They played a couple other big teams, and they went 2-1, which is awesome. So they end up finishing third in the nation. Joseph ran for 9 touchdowns and threw for 4 more over those 3 games. So we have a video interview with him, the presentation. He's kind of a soft-spoken young man, at least in interviews he is. I don't know about out on the field. But we also have some video highlights of him. I'm telling you, this gentleman, when he gets into high school, he is going to be a problem for other teams, for sure. It's fun to watch. I coached, a few years ago, I coached down at River Valley, and I coached Josh Advocate. He reminds me a lot of a young Josh Advocate, so stay tuned. Joseph Yoni. Colorado River Union High School District seeks applications for governing board vacancy. So they just, in the election, they just filled the last elected spots with Carrie Faring and Ashley Garrett. Now they have 1 spot with the resignation of Pat Young. They have 1 spot still to fill. They're looking for applications. There's several different ways you can do it. You can email Board Clerk Lori Crampton and Board Staff Secretary Terry Moan. They're requesting that you email both of them at the same time. And their email addresses are in here. You can mail in your a letter of interest, or you can stop by the high school district offices at 2251 Highway 95. That's the Mohave High School. The district offices over there, and drop off your application. Not application, a letter of interest. They're getting closer on a COVID-19 deal, which is going to include help for businesses, help for individuals. Another round of $600 stimulus checks are in the new description, or the new bill. There's been some changes to it. One of the things that that they're pushing for was help to local and state governments. That is something that was worked out of the system. The Republicans wanted that gone to kind of lower the total cost of the bill, which I completely understand. Democrats wanted it in there. They cut it out. Now it looks like it's moving forward slowly, but there's been some assurances that we will get this done before we leave for Christmas. We will see. Weather-wise, it's mid-60s again today. It should be for the next few days. The only problem is that W is back. It's supposed to be pretty breezy and chilly today. We get over to weather. We got a couple nice pictures in here. First, we have the Mohave High School boys basketball team. They're practicing. They're back to work. They don't have any games until the early part of January, but they're back doing their thing after they had they missed a couple of weeks from a COVID exposure. On the back side here, we have Crash Scrubs Schaefer. Crash is a BMX rider, 9-year-old. He got a first and a second place in his races down in Chandler. I don't know, with a first name like Crash, I don't know why you need a nickname. I think Crash, although it's kind of sketchy for a BMX rider, but do your thing, Crash. Crash is racing in Bullhead City next on January 1st. He is trying to get himself into the top 10 points, and he is his win in his second left him 1 point shy of winning the Arizona Cup for 9-year-olds. So he is right there, though. Good for him. All right, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a great Thursday, and we're almost to finally a Friday. Remember, this is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. Offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide open MRI and digital x-rays with their reports ready in 24 hours. Call today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Remember, our Athlete of the Week video is up right now. You can see that on our YouTube page, our Facebook page, and on our website. You can also see it on that and any of our other videos that we do. If you go to our streaming services below, YouTube, the Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor app. There's a bunch of them down there, so you can go on any of those. All right, everybody, have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you out here tomorrow.